Hello my friends, welcome to Jack's comfy, cozy palace of pleasure, insight, wisdom, and understanding, or whatever we're calling my friend's apartment today where I'm shooting this video. We're going to talk about the Four Noble Truths today, but mostly the fourth noble truth. Don't click away from this video. For those of you who find this kind of topic incredibly boring or confusing, this video is for you. I gave a Dharma talk at the Zen temple where I used to live at in Los Angeles once on this topic, and it was legendary. I hit the nail on the head, and then I lost the video notes. All right, I lost the notes for that talk, and I think I found the audio recording for that talk, but I don't know because I clicked play on the audio recording and I heard my voice and I vomited all over my computer, and then my eyeballs fell out of my head and my eardrums popped and blood came out of my ears. So I don't want to listen to my own voice from many years ago is what I'm saying. So I'm going to try and get this topic across to you today successfully, and it has to do with turning. So there are four noble truths in Buddhism, and the fourth noble truth is the Eightfold Path. That's what we're going to talk about. Now the Eightfold Path, I'm going to reduce it to one word. And I'm going to try and get this point across to you today, this one word. Will I be able to do it? I don't know. It's Monday. I've come to begun to think about Monday like that dude from Seinfeld who used to talk like this. Oh, hello, Jerry. Remember that guy? I can't remember his name. Norman? Seinfeld would come in the room and he would be there. Oh, hello, Jerry. That's how I feel now about Monday. Like I walk in the room and Monday is there. Oh, hello, Monday. Oh, hello, Jack. So you think you're going to be productive today? No, you're not. It was Newman. That was his name. Oh, hello, Jerry. Oh, hello, Newman. So you think you're going to be productive today? Newman, I'm just trying. This is my Jerry Seinfeld. Newman, I'm just trying to make a video today about the Eightfold Path. Well, my name is not Newman. No, it's Monday. Forget it. Okay, so let's quickly go through the first three noble truths, and then we go to pause on the fourth. Okay, so first noble truth, as you know, is there is suffering or dukkha in life, which is important to remember on a day like today, a cold, rainy Monday where I couldn't sleep last night, just me, can't speak for you, and woke up with a headache, and I've been completely unproductive and useless for the first half of the day. So the Buddhist first noble truth, life is suffering, here's how I take it. Even if when my life is going great, and I've written a beautiful chapter, and everything got expressed perfectly. Say I'm doing some writing for the day. And my girlfriend loves me, and we eat a beautiful dinner together. Even when everything is going perfectly, there's suffering somewhere in the world. And there will be suffering at some point again in my life. In fact, sometimes the only way I can even really appreciate how well things go is in contradistinction to how bad they go sometimes. So there you are, man. There is suffering on this planet. There is a dissatisfaction in life on planet Earth, and this has to be dealt with, and that's why it is the first noble truth. There is suffering. Second noble truth is suffering is the cause of suffering. And there are all kinds of different ways to skin this cat. Here's how I skin it. The cause of suffering is attachment. Attachment to an idea. Like a deep core inner want for life to be different than it is. That's the cause of suffering. I want life to be different than it is. This is, of course, what is known in the Buddhist Sutras as the second dart. So the first dart is you get hit with a dart. Ouch, that's painful. It's a fact, pain, right? The second dart is, oh my gosh, I wish this wasn't happening. I'm extremely angry that somebody shot a dart from a blowgun at me. I want to kill them. I'm terrified I'm going to get tetanitis or some sort of illness from this dart. Oh my goodness, it's bleeding. It's all the stuff you add to the basic human condition, the pain, hunger, etc. Okay? It's wanting things to be other than they are. Attachment to notions of self, attachment to... It runs deep. These words don't quite get at it for me because this stuff has been in me for a long time. The desire for a better life, right? The desire for something better than I have, moment after moment. There's that feeling. Like today, when I was trying to work, like a wave of noxious gas was floating around in my head the whole morning. I wish I was better today. And in many ways, this is how we spend much of our life, wishing things were different and being attached to that desire for more, for other, for less of the bad stuff and more of the good stuff. So we got the first noble truth, suffering. Second noble truth, the cause of suffering. The third noble truth is a prognosis. What do we do about this? Is this situation fatal? Fortunately, no. There is an end to suffering, the third noble truth tells us. Although end to suffering is a little wrong way of putting it for me. I found it better to think about the third noble truth as we can work with suffering. We can work with it dynamically. We can flip it around. My mentor used to tell me, Buddhism teaches that it's the path of turning suffering into love, which I liked. Now, how do we do that? The fourth noble truth, which is the Eightfold Path, which is right, and we're going to get to what that word right means, but right effort, right view, right intention, right livelihood, right speech, right concentration, right action, and right meditation. That is the Eightfold Path. You feeling it? Yeah, me neither. What are these lists? I'm desperate. I'm angry. I'm confused. I'm curious. I go to my local meditation center and they give me these Four Noble Truths and I gotta memorize something with the Eightfold Path, right? What does all this mean? I went to Sunday school. When I was a Catholic boy, they made me, who is God? God is the creator of all things. Who is Jesus? Jesus died on the cross for my sins. Who is Mary? Mary is the mother of God. You know, I learned these rules and lists and spiritual sayings when I was young and Catholic. Why is Buddhism giving me these things? Let's unpack this Eightfold Noble Path. And we're going to reduce all of the Four Noble Truths down to one word, and then we're going to disappear completely by doing that one word. Okay? Are you ready? Here we go. So oftentimes the Eightfold Path gets reduced to three categories that all of the Eightfolds can fit into. So prajna or pana, which is wisdom, prajna, pana being the Sanskrit terms, samadhi, which is like mindfulness or meditation, and sila, which is ethical behavior or conduct. So prajna, Sila Samadhi, wisdom, meditation / concentration, and behavior, we could say. Now we've got 3 categories now for the Eightfold Path. Now remember, our Eightfold Path is right effort, right view, right intention, right livelihood, right speech, right concentration, right action, and right meditation or mindfulness. And we can fit that Eightfold Path into 3 categories: wisdom, behavior / ethics, and mindfulness or meditation. So, I had to write this down because, like I said, my brain is fried. So the category of wisdom would include right view and right intention, okay? The category of sila or ethical conduct consists of right speech, right action, right livelihood, okay? And then mental discipline, meditation, concentration consists of right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration, okay? So, the Eightfold Path in 3 categories. Now what? Let's unpack these 3 categories from the perspective of Tathagata Zen, which is the tradition that I trained in, and get those 3 categories down to 1 word. Hi there, it's me. This is getting really meta. Let me explain. Okay. The video footage that you just watched, I shot 2 months ago. And then I shot about another 50, 60 minutes of footage that fateful Monday 2 months ago. And as I shot this footage, I got more and more confused and perplexed. And by the end of the video, I was speaking pure gibberish, though I didn't know it at the time. I thought it was a great video. I thought I knocked it out of the park. Then I went back to edit that footage a couple days later, and I realized it was crazy. And so I left it on my computer. And I've been trying to edit that footage ever since. And as I edit that footage, it doesn't get any better. So I have decided now, 2 months later, to try and explain the final part of this teaching. Okay, hold on, I got my notes. So, it's just 1 card is my notes, because I want to make this simple. Okay, so we've reduced the Eightfold Path to 3 categories, right? Prajna, Samadhi, Sila, or wisdom, meditation, ethics. Okay, now let's bend these terms one last time so that they fit into this teaching I'm trying to give, okay? We're trying to put the teaching into action. Zen is a tradition outside of words, right? That's what Bodhidharma told us. It's Bodhidharma is the founder of Zen Buddhism. He said it's a lineage or a teaching tradition that's just outside of scriptures, beyond words. So, again, prajna, samadhi, sila, or wisdom, meditation, ethics. Wisdom, we'll leave that word. Let's call samadhi practice, Zen practice, okay? Because the word meditation in Zen is zazen, but zazen simply refers to sitting meditation, but we do all kinds of meditation at a monastery. We do working meditation, we do cooking meditation or cooking practice, we do cleaning practice. So let's call samadhi practice. And let's call sila, instead of ethics, let's call it behavior, okay? So, we put prajna into samadhi through sila, or we put wisdom into practice through behavior or action. Once again, we put wisdom or insight or Buddha nature into practice through what we do, our activity or action or behavior. What's the one word we can reduce this whole process into? Manifest. You manifest. Manifest means you put wisdom into practice through an action. Another way my teacher used to talk about this was you bring inside and outside together through an activity. So there's like God, if you will, coming up through you from an infinitely small point on the inside. And there is the God of infinitely large, if you will, on the outside of you. He used to say the Mother God and the Father God. And you bring them together through an activity. It can be simple as shaking a hand, or as complex as some kind of complex activity. But manifesting is a kind of prayer or wisdom or dharma, if you will, in action. And it is done by giving yourself completely, I've talked about this a lot before, through the action. Doing the action completely. Because the only thing standing in the way of inside and outside connecting is this sense of self that is like a knot that gets... I thought this was going to be a good video when I started it 2 months ago. And now it's evening. And I just re-edited a lot of the footage that I just shot. And I have taken a nap. I've listened to 2 Brad Warner videos. One about aliens and another one about anatta. Some people are coming over tonight. My girlfriend's cooking a duck. I've still got jet lag from my trip back from America. And I have failed to make the greatest video of all time. That's what happens when you try and express things through words, deep and ineffable truths. Perhaps that is why in the Zen tradition, Bodhidharma, the founder of this tradition, I can't remember if I edited this part out again, because I've already said it at some point in the now several hours of footage I've shot to make this video. Bodhidharma talks about how, if I haven't said this yet, Zen is a tradition outside of words, right? Now, this is comforting to me. A lot of people sometimes, when I've tried to make this point before, they're like, so what? Well, here's why what. There are a lot of times during a day when I find myself caught up in a very deep and painful, suffering thought. And there's a way out of it. There's a way to hit the reset button. And the reset button is, I take all that energy that's going into the thought and I put it into an activity. I manifest. And the activity is whatever I'm doing in just that moment. And when I put my activity at that moment, like for now, into sitting, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Like right now, I went out of my head and into my body and into the chair, and I gave love to the chair, and I connected. Zen is all about connection. Connection happens through manifesting. Manifesting is putting knowledge into practice through an activity, which is a short way of saying sila and prajna and samadhi, which is the Eightfold Path, which is the final of the Four Noble Truths, which we have talked about here today. Thank you. You're welcome. If you'd like to support this ultimate manifestation of supreme wisdom, which I have given you today, you may go here to patreon.com/showsonjackhobner. That's patreon.com/showsonjackhobner. That's patreon.com/showsonjackhobner. If you would like to make a one-time donation, you can go to Bing! PayPal, which is in the video description below. There's a link to PayPal. Folks, I'm gonna go clean the apartment. That's the deal I have with my girlfriend. Usually I cook and I get all the glory from cooking and she cleans. But today she suddenly decided to cook a duck. Now I have to go clean the apartment. And I'm not excited about this, but I'm gonna rally. I'm gonna manifest. Till next time, folks, ciao.
Kramer? Hello, boys. Oh! Hello, Newman.